Week 19 closed very strong, and spoiler alert, Nvidia was the biggest winner of the week. Actually, Nvidia alone brought me over 5,000 profit this week, but I had some small wins and losses during the week, and at the end, the week is closed with 5,000 profit here. And December profit right now at almost 14,000. We have still 3 days to go, but I'm not expecting going much higher from here in the monthly profit because I'm trying not to realize the profit much because I will be paying a handsome tax on this 60,000 this year. I don't know where you are in the planet, but in this side of it, I'm paying 23% income tax. So I think it will be around 12,000 to 15,000 will go to my government and come back to me as a healthcare and service, I hope. So let's start with Nvidia. I closed 4 contracts on this Friday. I will go to my trade journal here in my app. I will filter my Nvidia trades, and here we will see the open ones. Let me show the close ones first. So I close this one here. I open it on 25th of November and I paid around $10,000 for 4 contracts, and the expiration was March. And specifically, I choose this one to close because this was the March expiration. So I said, okay, I will realize some profit, but I left the ones I have for 2027 expiration, August expiration. I have 8 another Nvidia contracts, and my profit was 44% for the 1 month's return of investment and $5,078 profit I cashed. So let's see the open Nvidia calls here. Like you can see here, the expiration dates is mostly 2027, and I have 2 August 2026. Normally I would sell them on Friday for sure. The one I sold on Friday was just like 44% profit, so it was just hard to resist that profit. After my long calls and leaves options make 20 to 30% profit in short term, I always take profit and continue with next trades. But this time, like I said, I want to sell them in January 2nd because of the tax purposes. So I sold this 4 contracts because they was in the March expiration. Let's see the other contracts here. I bought them on 17 December, 2 of them, and 25 and 21 November. The one I closed this week was, yeah, that one also November 25. So I will just go back. I will go just back to Nvidia open trades. So as I said, 21 and 25 November and 17 December. So let's check the Nvidia chart here quickly. Here's the chart. Let me zoom a little bit more. And here 21 November, 25 November, and 17 December. As you can see, the only 3 times it went out from the Bollinger Band, and each time I entered the trade. So whenever, like that's my kind of strategy with these kind of stocks like Nvidia, Amazon, Microsoft, they don't go oftenly below Bollinger Band and below 100-day moving average, and they don't go easily like 30 levels RSIs. So whenever I have that chances, so I took the chance. Like I don't know, in the past, let's say here also it went down a few times. I'm just curious if I have any trades on those days. So I will just go and say like all trades, close ones, and 5 of September. Yeah, I had that day also leaps contract, and I sold less than a month, and I profit less than a month, 12% ROI and $1,700. And I sold it 1st of October, and I think it was here, and I exit on this jump here probably 1st of October. Yeah, here I got like 12% profit. Here it was same, so I opened these all days contracts. So here I had already more than 20% contract, I mean 20% profit from all 12 contracts. If I sold these two, I was actually making around 15,000 profit just from Nvidia. So my December profit could be around 30K, but I will leave it to January, like I said, for tax reasons. But let's see, if it goes to hundreds this following week, I might maybe not resist and sell them before January. But right now, my aim is selling them on January. If the price stays around here on January, I will sell them immediately. If it drops, I can wait for the earning or something. Like I said, their expiration is well in the future. My other leaps calls, which I'm very excited about, is S&P Global. Let me show that quickly. Here I have 4 long calls for S&P Global. I opened them on September and October. Let me show the chart quickly. So let me zoom a little bit. I opened some like two. I think I opened two on this drop. It was a like 6% drop, and it continues to drop here. I think I opened here 3rd of October. Yeah, it was 3rd of October. I opened here another one. Since like 2 months, October, like almost 3 months, it was going sideways, and I was keep selling some short calls, like poor man's covered call, to generate some more income while waiting stock to rebounds. So here, let me see. Yeah, I think I sold 4 contracts in November, and I collected $700 profit. And I opened for December contracts right now. 2 covered calls I opened this time with 515 and 530 strike prices. So let's check the chart. Right now it is going 530. So I'm in both of them. I'm kind of, especially in 515, I'm in the money and I'm losing a lot of money. Probably around 1000. But since my 4 leaps options, like it's around like 90 delta, 95 delta right now. So they are getting me a lot of profits, which will cover those losses in the short calls. My break even was around like 520 here. So right now I'm very much in the profit from 4 leaps, and I will see, I might close this one also in January with a few thousand of profit, but probably I will close the short calls, which is in January expiration. I will close them in December 31st. I will see how it goes. So I want to write those losses to the 2025. And on 2nd of January, I will probably close my 4 leaps in S&P Global. That's my strategy right now with these ones. Last leaps topic I want to cover is about Netflix. So let me zoom a little bit to Netflix chart here. This is for my next week's plan. I'm going to open some Netflix leaps options this week with my Nvidia cash I just got. I think I will open some next week and maybe some in the January if it stays these levels or goes even more down. In the next following 2 weeks, probably I will complete to build my full position in Netflix Leaps. For a while, I was watching the stock and finally it shows some recovery from the current position, and in MACD is getting better, and RSI and stochastic is getting better. I have a huge conviction on the stock, and I believe the overall fundamentals of the company is great. Customer loyalty is huge. No one is able to cancel their Netflix contract. I'm trying to make a play for the earnings actually. Let's go to our earnings calendar here. In January, as you can see, we have 20 January Netflix earnings call. So I will try to build some nice position in Netflix and try to get some profit either before earning hype or after earning. If the stocks keep continue even after earnings, I will have time. I'm thinking to open the leaps contracts like at least like 1 year in the future and even more. So I will be okay with any kind of outcome after the earning. So that is my next week strategy for and Netflix strategy for the upcoming weeks. Let's check other trades I closed this week. I will go back to my trade journal. This week's closed trades. Other closed trades was pretty straightforward. Here 3 credit spreads close automatically with 50% profit taker. I made around 7 to 10% profit on those monthly spreads, which is very good number. Let's check the Broadcom example. I will click here to open the chart. So I entered to the trade on 17 December, which was in this red day. I think I opened all those 3 credit spreads on the same day, 17 December. It was a red big day. As you can see, it went down from the Bollinger Band and it was below 20 stochastic and below 100-day moving average, and RSI went to 30 levels. It was very textbook entry for me, and I exit here on 22 December. It was like 3 days and it reached to 50% profit even in this little jump without waiting full 45 days. And I profit around $200 and with a 9% ROI. Rest was very similar. I will not go through all of them, but lastly, I want to cover my 2 losses. And one was PayPal. It was a long call, and I opened this long call with 45 days expiration. Let's check the chart. So I opened it with 14 November. I think it was, yeah, it was here. For a long time, it was down from stochastic indicator and was starting to getting recovered. In terms of indicators, it was a good trade. RSI, stochastic, like all was promising. But from there, it didn't recover. And I had paid for this long call like $800. So my max loss was $800 and I lost 50% of it, and it was around like 400 loss. If I had a put credit spreads here around 10 delta, like maybe 55, I could make this trade as a profitable trade maybe. Yeah, long calls are risky in this way. So your break even is basically the stock price by the time you open the trade. And I probably open trade here around like 63. So anything closing below 63 is a loss for long calls. And I don't know why open that long call with only 45 days expiration. Normally I open long calls with 5 to 6 months in the future. I think 800 risk was kind of maybe tempting because with put credit spreads, your risk is around $1 to $2,000, depends on your contract number. I was thinking I will stay super short and I will get like 100, 200 profit with as soon as it comes to 65 even. With long calls, with small increases, it reached to those 100, $200 profits quickly. But yeah, it didn't work that way. But it was a lesson learned for me. I will prefer next time for 45 days expiration kind of ideas for put credit spreads only in similar situations. Lastly, I had iron here. I opened it on November, again 45-day expiration. My strike prices was 43 to 40 and I had 3 contracts and I closed it with around $200 loss. Let's check the chart quickly. So I opened the trade on 13th of November here. It went down from stochastic indicator and it went down to 40 levels. For a long time, iron traded like plus 70 RSIs, like 80, 90 even, and the stochastic was above 90s for a long time. And when I see the drop to 440s, I thought it might recover fast and I can exit with $100, $200 profit. But it didn't go that way. It mostly continues sideways and down even. So yeah, this is the reality of trading put credit spreads. Even though they look like very safe, for example, I put my strike price here 43, so it was trading around like 50. So 50 to 43 is like another 14, 15% drop. And I said, okay, it's a safe level, but iron is very volatile. It moves like 20% up and down every day like crazy. So I didn't want to chase for the roll. If it's Microsoft or Amazon type of stock, I could roll a little bit out, but I didn't want to chase and hope for a stock like iron. And I just cut my losses. So probably I will keep my trades on bigger names like Amazon, Microsoft, Nvidia in the future. Lastly, here I had two diagonal spreads or poor man's covered call with other names. I have this in Netflix and I have here long call which is expiring in April, and against that I'm selling short calls in case Netflix continue to drop or go sideways. I'm selling 25 delta short calls in this strategy. If it goes sideways and delta is start going up around 10, so there I'm rolling them back to 25 delta and I'm getting some credit. I did this 2 times already, and this was the last time, was last week. I closed this one like 23rd of December and I opened same day with the 25 delta. As you can see, that delta changes is making around like 50% profit in those short call premiums. So since I have 2 contracts, I'm getting around $100 each per short call trade, and total right now I'm up $200 profit in this campaign. So I'm opening my short calls with 1 month in the future. So I will see if Netflix continue a little bit more sideways. I might also close this one, but I'm thinking not to open another one after this one because like I said, Netflix earning call is coming. I'm expecting a little bit movement on those days. So probably after closing this one, hopefully this week or next week, I will not open another one and I will just keep this long call until earning. And TLT was very similar. I have a long call in expiring in April. So I just close one short call, which is expiring in 1 month with over 50% profit in premium. And I get around $100 and I open another one with a gain 25 delta. Lastly, let me show my dashboard here, 63% in the goal. And here I have some features. And here it shows the expiring trades soon. So as I mentioned, in 4 days, this one is expiring. I will try to close this one. And I have here a requires attention visual. It shows me if any trades, any open trades has a earnings calls. So it is highlighting them here, or if the stock price is getting close to one of my strike prices, it also alerts those here in this visual. So that was all from week 19. Hope everyone have a nice year ending and wishing everyone a happy new year from today. See you next week.